Hello everybody. This video has been a long time in coming. It's been a few years since this project was done, but I thought I'd put a video together here and sort of give everybody an update as to what actually happened with the potato project. Alright, so this is the garden, the beginning of the year, just after everything had been tilled up. And in the back you'll notice a raised form, and that was what we were using to grow the potatoes in. That was the area that we chose. You can see the layer of newspaper, which is just lightly being held down with some compost. This is sort of just starting out, laying the newspaper down, which was 4 to 5 layers thick. Tried not to use any of the shiny newspaper. This is with the majority of the mushroom compost laid down. Now we actually ran out, and so it was very, very thin. Bare in some places, and in others it was up to 2 inches deep. And there you're seeing the potatoes lined out. We decided not to cut them in half. We was just basically too lazy. We just wanted to throw them into the ground. And there I am. That's me putting the first layers of material down. We used straw and old hay. And there it is, of course, full of the first layer of hay. We did put several layers in, but that was the first one. It was about 2.5 feet thick. This is midway through the season, doing a check for a local gardening group is coming around, wanted to see how it was doing, so I uncovered a little bit for them, and they got a chance to see how the potatoes were growing in the straw. The potatoes themselves were very large. I was very surprised at this early time. I think this was late July, and we were very surprised at how large potatoes were already at that point. This is a small sequence video sped up just of the uncovering of the garden. I had been waiting all summer for this sort of big moment. This was the first real test of this method of gardening in any sort of quantity. We used about 25 pounds of potatoes initially, which was probably about 5 times as much as we needed if we would have cut up the potatoes before we put them in and just use pieces instead of whole potatoes. The large part of the refuse that you see there that's left over, the straw and the stalks from the potatoes, ended up getting turned back into the soil on another area of the plot, which was very good. It helps to build the soil, nutrition and carbon content in the soil, and some of it was used to bed down other things. We were all very happy with the amount of potatoes that we were able to grow using this method this year. It was the first real year that we had testing it. In previous years we had small strip here or there, but this was the first time we were able to have any sort of quantity of potatoes grown. I believe the plot was about 20 by 20 feet, and with the 30 pounds of potatoes that we used, we gathered just over 250 pounds potatoes out of it. And what I noticed was that the larger potatoes tended to grow right up against the board, so there would be a gap where the straw itself couldn't get right down to the ground, and the potatoes that grew along that gap right up against the board tended to be in some cases 2 or 3 times the size of the potatoes in the center. After picking the potatoes, we washed them just with rainwater, just to get them all clean. Then we dried them out as much as we could, while trying to keep the sun exposure down to a minimum. And then we boxed them up. And that's really it. I think the video results sort of speak for themselves. There are many things that we could have done differently in this project. I could have used about 1/5 the amount of potatoes initially, and I would have liked to have used a little bit more soil or compost. Because the 2 inches, while it did work out quite well, I did notice that some of the areas where the nutrition, the soil or the compost was very low, that the potato roots were slightly different in that area. They had to go searching for nutrition, and they tended to be stunted and small. In some cases, the roots even found themselves through the paper and into the ground. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. This has been a long time, and I apologize for literally years of waiting for this video, but between all the different things that have been going on right now and in the past, this has just got shelved on the back burner, and I've only just now had some time to go over it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to posting more in the future. Thank you very much.